bad. Yo, thank you to every that ever fumbled you. Like, God said, like, everybody gonna drop her for you. It's a blessing. Yeah.
She finally moved on and found someone who actually treats her right, but he's furious. Trippie Redd is claiming she cheated first, threatening to leak a tape, and trying to drag her back into chaos. The real question is, who's telling the truth, and how far will this celebrity feud go? Stay tuned, because this drama is only getting messier. Coi Leray is straight up fired up, and the source of the drama is none other than her baby daddy, Trippie Redd. The tension kicked off when Coi went public with Justin Laboy, calling him the best thing to happen in her life since her child. Naturally, this didn't sit well with Trippie Redd, and he's been taking his grievances to social media, airing claims that Coi allegedly cheated first, and even insinuating she was involved with Justin while they were still a couple. Now, he's threatening to release a tape that supposedly proves his version of events. Fans are watching closely, convinced he's trying to sabotage her new relationship before it fully blossoms. But Coi isn't staying silent. She's actively calling him out, and the way she's responding has turned what might have been a messy breakup into a full-blown public battle. Trippie clearly didn't expect her to move on so quickly or so openly, given that their split only happened about 10 months ago after he cheated on her while she was pregnant. Yet, she's now openly with Justin Laboy, a relationship they initially kept private, and it seems the feelings are mutual. On Justin's birthday, Coi couldn't help but gush about him publicly, praising his heart and expressing excitement for the future together. Justin matched her energy, sharing videos of them happy and affectionate, and even gave a subtle nod to Trippie in a way fans interpreted as a pointed response to his past mistakes. Coi's breakup statements earlier this year made it clear why she left. She spoke openly about the pain of being cheated on, highlighting that actions reveal true respect, or the lack thereof, more than words ever could. She also didn't hold back in criticizing the woman Trippie cheated with, emphasizing that a man's commitment matters far more than circumstances or timing. Meanwhile, Trippie Redd seemed unfazed, posting flippant messages about repeating past mistakes, showing no apparent remorse. Reports suggest the breakup hit Coi hard, even straining her relationship with her father, Benzino, after he appeared to defend Trippie Redd's behavior. All of this paints a picture of a very public clash, where emotions, past mistakes, and new beginnings collide in a drama that has fans captivated.
She's my daughter. If you love her and you love the child and you plan on being with her, then, nowadays with social media, it's going to be hard to do any type of cheating. But if you do it, you just be respectful at it.
So you think being in a monogamous relationship is going to be hard for them with the pressure?
It's hard to be in a monogamous relationship with anybody right now. I know Coi is a one-woman type guy.
Mm-hmm.
She's not with the, what I'm saying, him messing around. So
because some relationships be open. She's not with that open stuff. She's like, hey, you're mine. That's it. Yeah.
No, she.
Coi Leyray's tension with her father, Benzino, has been a slow burn for quite some time. Over the years, their relationship had its ups and downs, often complicated by Coi's public life and personal struggles. While they managed to maintain a connection, moments of friction were not uncommon. But the latest chapter in her romantic life seems to have pushed her past the point of patience. Coi, who has always been candid about her boundaries, reportedly felt so betrayed and unsupported that she made the difficult decision to distance herself from her father entirely. That kind of emotional decisiveness speaks volumes, not just about her feelings toward Benzino, but about the depth of the hurt she experienced from her romantic life. At the center of this storm is Trippie Redd, her ex, and the father of her child. The breakup itself, which happened approximately 10 months ago, has remained a hot topic among fans and the media alike. Initially, Coi was clear about the reasons behind the split: Trippie's infidelity. She publicly stated that she ended the relationship because he cheated on her, a decision made even more painful given the timing, while she was pregnant. It was a difficult, emotionally taxing decision that carried both personal and public consequences. Yet, even as she tried to move on with her life, Trippie Redd began to rewrite the narrative in ways that were both confusing and inflammatory. According to Trippie, the story Cora shared with the world wasn't the full picture. He claims that, contrary to public perception, she wasn't entirely innocent in the matter. In his version, Cora allegedly cheated first, and it was her actions that pushed him into a retaliatory spiral of unfaithfulness. This is the justification he provides for the now infamous social media post in which he wrote, "To every bee I ever did wrong, I do it again." To some, these words read as arrogance or defiance, but to Trippie, they may have represented a defensive response, an attempt to reframe his behavior as understandable or justified. The situation only escalates from there. Just when fans might have thought the story had peaked, Trippie introduced another layer of drama. He went on to accuse Cora of cheating on him with none other than Justin Laboy, the very same man she is now publicly dating. This accusation adds a strikingly complex dimension to an already messy narrative, blurring the lines between past and present relationships and forcing the public to reevaluate the timeline of events. What makes this claim particularly explosive is that Trippie allegedly threatened to release a tape as proof of her supposed infidelity. According to his claims, the footage shows Cora and Justin together while she was still in a relationship with him, and he has been leveraging this alleged material to demand a public apology. From a broader perspective, these allegations are striking for their timing and context. Rumors surrounding Cora and Justin only began circulating a few weeks prior, long after her breakup with Trippie. The timeline seems inconsistent with Trippie's claims, suggesting a disconnect between what he's asserting and the reality of events as documented publicly. This discrepancy has not gone unnoticed by fans and media observers who have been dissecting social media posts, public appearances, and interviews for evidence that supports or refutes these allegations. The situation reached another turning point following Cora's appearance on Justin Laboy's podcast. During the conversation, Cora opened up with remarkable candor, sharing her experiences and emotional struggles in the aftermath of Trippie's betrayal. She detailed how discovering his infidelity affected her on multiple levels, emotionally, mentally, and even socially. Going public about such a deeply personal and painful experience is never easy, particularly when it involves another public figure whose actions have caused significant personal harm. Yet Cora chose transparency, speaking openly about how difficult it was to navigate life, while simultaneously dealing with the fallout of infidelity in the public eye.
Have to do with anything, we have to do it.
No.
All right then. That's grown.
But if we go on if we fake break up and you talk to somebody else, that's cheating.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
I'm with you. Okay, so you pregnant, you find out you're getting cheated on. How did you get through that? Like, that's really tough. Like, I remember watching that happen online on social media, and I feel like whether people knew you, didn't know you, loved you, hated you, whatever it was, I feel like we was all heartbroken when that shit went public.
I feel like I honestly wish I didn't go public with it because it created so much more problems in my life personally, especially with the father of my child.
Right.
Because I don't wish bad on nobody, right?
Yeah.
But I was pregnant and I was vulnerable and I was like fucked up. It was a hard time to get through, but also when you have a big support system.
Her podcast interview served several functions. First, it gave Cora a platform to reclaim her narrative. In the past, the public perception of her breakup may have been heavily influenced by Trippie's actions and statements. By sharing her story in her own words, she was able to contextualize her decisions and feelings, providing clarity to fans who were struggling to piece together the timeline of events. Second, it underscored the emotional complexity of her experience. Cora didn't shy away from discussing feelings of betrayal, anger, and heartbreak, offering a rare glimpse into the inner turmoil that follows being cheated on while pregnant, a situation many would find incredibly isolating and traumatic. The interview also shed light on the unintended consequences of going public. While transparency allowed her to tell her side of the story, it also amplified the scrutiny and judgment she faced. Fans and critics alike dissected every word, speculated about motives, and debated the validity of Trippie's counterclaims. This public scrutiny can exacerbate an already painful experience, adding layers of stress that go beyond the personal and into the social and professional realms. For Cora, it was a balancing act, wanting to be honest about her experiences without inviting undue harassment or misrepresentation. Moreover, the podcast provided an opportunity to highlight a broader issue often overlooked in discussions of celebrity breakups: the emotional labor involved in processing betrayal. Cora's experience is not merely a tabloid story. It is an example of how infidelity can disrupt trust, self-esteem, and relationships. Her candid reflections illustrate the long-lasting impact such situations can have, not just on romantic partnerships, but also on family dynamics, friendships, and one's own sense of self. Her decision to speak openly about these struggles demonstrates resilience, emotional intelligence, and a willingness to transform personal pain into public awareness. Adding yet another layer, the narrative surrounding Trippie's alleged tape and his claims of blackmail underscores the toxic potential of power dynamics in relationships. The threat of releasing purported evidence to manipulate public perception or coerce an apology is not only ethically troubling but also psychologically damaging. It frames the breakup as a contest of leverage rather than a personal matter between two individuals, drawing outsiders into a conflict that is already emotionally charged. For fans and observers, this introduces a cautionary tale about the dangers of publicizing private matters and the lengths to which some individuals may go to control narratives post-breakup. Throughout all of this, Cora has maintained a stance that reflects both dignity and assertiveness. Despite the ongoing drama, she continues to prioritize her own well-being and the happiness of her child. Her eventual relationship with Justin Laboy, which emerged months after the breakup, illustrates her ability to heal and move forward. It also challenges the narrative Trippie attempted to craft, that she was unfaithful or manipulative. By choosing to live her truth openly, Cora demonstrates that personal growth and resilience are not only possible, but also essential in navigating the aftermath of betrayal. Finally, the unfolding events underscore a key lesson about public perception versus personal reality. While social media and celebrity culture often reduce complex situations into soundbites or viral posts, the reality is far more nuanced. Cora's story highlights how emotional trauma, betrayal, and recovery intersect in ways that are deeply human and relatable, even within the heightened context of public scrutiny. Her candidness, willingness to speak out, and commitment to self-care offer valuable insight into how individuals can reclaim their narrative and protect their emotional integrity, even when facing public criticism or false accusations. In sum, what started as a personal breakup has evolved into a complex saga of accusations, media scrutiny, and emotional resilience. Coi Leray's journey is emblematic of the modern challenge of navigating relationships under the microscope of fame, balancing personal boundaries, family dynamics, and public perception while striving to maintain authenticity. As fans continue to watch, one thing is clear: Cora is not letting anyone else define her story. Her voice, her choices, and her happiness remain firmly in her hands, making this not just a story of betrayal, but one of empowerment, agency, and growth.
You need to fucking pick up another hobby.
It be like that. You my new hobby. We outside tonight?
No.
Where we going after this?
I can't.
Hey, you like me a little bit, Coi? Just a little bit.
I think you're cute.
Okay. I think
you're toxic. You're not like I like nerds. I like geeks.
I'm
Funny
smart
geeks.
too. I got a college degree.
I didn't say you're dumb.
I'm just saying, I'm a geek. I'm whatever you like.
Hey, are you?
Yeah, whatever you like, I am. I need to be a geek. Yeah, somebody give me some fucking glasses. Whatever I need to be for Coi, I'm gonna be. I ain't gonna lie, Coi. Like, I need a chance. Let's just go to dinner or some shit. Let's just see where it goes.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you like to do? Like, what is fun to you? Like, if
I'm a weirdo.
If I wanted to plan a date out for us, just me and you. Give me some tips.
The photos and videos Justin shared after their podcast really lit the spark for fans, and it was clear that something new was blossoming. One image was captioned, "My Coi, respectfully," a simple yet intimate message that carried significant weight for anyone following the story. But it wasn't just words. There was also a video circulating of Justin holding Cora in a way that was undeniably suggestive, sending social media into a frenzy. Fans quickly recognized this as what could only be described as a soft launch, subtle, but telling enough to hint that their relationship had officially moved out of the shadows. The internet erupted in adoration, with fans gushing over their chemistry and playful interactions, capturing every smile, touch, and affectionate glance. For many, it was the first real glimpse of Cora post-breakup, finally showing joy after months of drama. While the public swooned, Trippie Redd's response was the polar opposite. He was clearly far from impressed or amused by the display of Cora's happiness. Instead, he attempted to push his own narrative, claiming that she had been unfaithful and threatening to expose her with an alleged tape. But what nobody expected was the ferocity of Cora's response. Rather than remaining silent or letting rumors circulate unchecked, she took a bold stand, publicly calling him out as a liar and a potential blackmailer. Insiders revealed that she hadn't even become involved with Justin until months after her split from Trippie, making his claims not only misleading but patently false. The so-called evidence he claimed to have? According to sources, it was fabricated, a desperate attempt to control the narrative rather than present the truth. It's worth noting how calculated such attempts at manipulation can be. Trippie clearly assumed he could guilt-trip Cora into submission, scare her into silence, and reclaim the moral high ground in the court of public opinion. Many people who have gone through similar situations know how easy it is to feel cornered when someone attempts to weaponize perceived evidence or spread false narratives. But Cora's response was anything but typical. The moment she began to visibly thrive, showing joy, posting moments of her life, and engaging openly with Justin, he escalated, trying to pull her back into a storm of drama and tension. It was a classic reaction from someone feeling a loss of control. When he realized that his attempts at intimidation weren't working, chaos became his next tactic. Now, with Cora speaking out, Trippie's carefully crafted story is rapidly unraveling. The timeline of events, corroborated by insiders and Cora's own public statements, strongly suggests that she truly did move on months after the breakup. If the alleged tape exists, it does not represent the truth of the situation. In this light, Trippie isn't exposing her, he's exposing himself. Every post, every accusation, and every threat serves more as a reflection of his own insecurity than any wrongdoing on her part. The narrative that he tries to spin as honesty or loyalty is, in reality, a mixture of jealousy, wounded ego, and resentment. The more he speaks, the more obvious it becomes. This isn't a matter of integrity or fidelity. It's about the frustration of losing influence over someone who has moved forward. Meanwhile, Cora is thriving. She's healed, rebuilt her life, and found someone who treats her with genuine respect and love. Unlike Trippie, who continues to spiral and make empty threats, she is unapologetically happy. Fans have seen her in moments of joy, affectionate interactions with Justin, and confident displays of independence that signal she is in control of her life. Her story is now one of empowerment, an example of someone reclaiming her narrative after betrayal, rather than being defined by it. The contrast between their paths couldn't be starker. While Trippie is caught in a cycle of resentment and manipulation, Cora is living her best life, loved up, unbothered, and unapologetically herself. And for fans watching closely, it's a reminder that happiness and resilience often speak louder than drama, threats, or social media posturing. If things are already this intense now, one can only imagine how the next chapter will unfold. The stakes are high, the emotions are raw, and the drama is far from over. For those invested in the story, the message is clear: stay tuned, because this saga is only going to get bigger, bolder, and even more revealing.